Hey, what is going on, everybody? Back once again with another movie review. This time, this is for Black Phone 2, directed by Scott Derrickson. And if you don't know who Scott Derrickson is, he did the first Doctor Strange and the second one as well. And he also did the first and the original Black Phone and Sinister that came out in 2012. And also, most recently, The Gorge. So he has done a lot of films in his catalog, and he is really a solid filmmaker. And this stars Mason Thames as Finney, Madeleine McGraw as Gwen, 15-year-old Gwen, and Ethan Hawke, as you see in the picture in the cover art of the video, as the Grabber. Now let me look at the overall concept. Bad dreams haunt a 15-year-old Gwen as she receives calls from the Black Phone and sees disturbing visions of three boys being stalked at a winter camp. Accompanied by her brother Finn, they head to the camp to solve the mystery, only to confront the Grabber, the killer who's grown even more powerful in death. So the past events that the little brother Finney and little sister and the sister Gwen pretty much encapsulated after they had events of being right across directly neighborhood across directly house to house from what we can now at the time find and considered as Ethan Hawke's plays the Grabber, the killer, who in this film and even back in previously, who was their across the street neighbor. And they end up being traumatized and haunted by the end of that film. And going into this film, we see that Gwen, 15-year-old, she ends up receiving a phone call and has a disturbing, haunting flashbacks throughout of these three boys pretty much being stalked, haunted, preyed upon, and looked down at a winter camp, only to be behold and only to be detained by the Grabber, who pretty much throughout the entirety of the film and what I saw in the trailers was more or less through dream sequences. And so that's the main thing that I got grabbed in this film is it pays a lot of homages and it pays a lot of tributing to older previous slasher flicks, mainly Nightmare on Elm Street with the dream visions and dream sequences more than not. And also it pays some homage a little bit as far as the stylistic, the wardrobe, and the viewpoint and advantage from Stranger Things. I kind of figured that out as I was watching it. And my thoughts pretty much became a hold upon it's like I really did like the visions and the dream sequences and the visions of what they was going with in the beginning. It really encapsulated me and kept me interested. Oh, it's already out in the movie theaters. Adam excuse me, Adam Marfady. Thank you for seeing for watching the and listening. But yeah, it's already out in the movie theaters. Yeah, and yeah, you can also jailbreak your Fire Stick as well. But getting back to my thoughts, so yeah, my thing is I really did like what was going on in the beginning half of the film. You know, the visions, the stalking, the feel, and the overall essence of just the atmospheric vibe and the tone, because it gave me so much an anthology. It gave me such an anthology piece, and also the concept felt very, very riveting and felt very, very haunted in the beginning. And you saw that the looks and the emotions of Mason Thames and Madeleine McGraw as Finney, and of course, Madeleine McGraw as Gwen. I like the emotions and the overall acting from both of them. I thought they really gave nice performances here. I really did love Ethan Hawke's portrayal as the Grabber, the absolute killer, revenge, stalker, as he kind of is mainly throughout this film. I like that aspect because it gave me a feel of like what it could be like when somebody is really, when you defeat somebody in when you defeat somebody and kill somebody and overcompensate and conquer what was already left, what was already left for dead, what was already left, excuse me, what was already left under unalive, and what was already left left to behold. It gives the mysteriousness and the mystique for the audience to grab and hold on and put a latch on to. Now, the main so the three biggest pros I have is, of course, the overall the visuals, the dream sequences, and the homages from Nightmare on Elm Street and, of course, Stranger Things references a little bit in here. I really like the character performances throughout, and I really do like and I really do like the musical score, the soundtrack. The soundtrack gave a creepy, atmospheric, and very daunting and very pulsating and complete eerie and pulsatingly acupuncture and apropos kind of tone, where it keeps you unsettled and keeps you uncomfortable at his weak points and at his most selling points. Now, the main criticism I have for this film is, number one, I feel the runtime was like at least around 85, 89 minutes. I felt like this film was a little bit too short. But the runtime, if you count the credits, it mainly gets at an hour and like 54 minutes. But I felt like the runtime was way too short for this film. And I do feel like in the second half, when they try to figure out the mystery and the concept kind of falls flat on its face, in my opinion. And it makes it more like you're trying to figure out how did Finney and Gwen get caught up in these situations, rather than trying to see them wanting them to survive at one point. And the rest of the characters in the film, the other cast, like their friends, for example, I really didn't care for them. I really didn't feel like they added much to the film. I felt like there were certain things where it was trying to get through a point, because that second half of the film, and I felt like the concept kind of fell flat on its face, and it got a bit rough to really figure out and really put a hold and latch on to, in my opinion. So that is my thing, and where I feel like this film kind of falls is the second half, the concept, and overall the ending just really felt very disclosed. It felt very like a disclosure. Like it didn't feel like it was. It really felt like it was going to be an ending chapter to this story and this saga. It felt like it was trying to end in its place, but it didn't really end how it was supposed to end properly. So that would be my overall thoughts of the Black Phone. I mean, I'll give it a solid 2.5 out of 4 stars. I think it's a good watch. I think you will watch it. You'll enjoy aspects of it. You'll appreciate the homages that it gave to classic slasher films, and also really good Netflix shows. You'll enjoy that, and you'll enjoy Ethan Hawke as the grabber. You'll definitely be fascinated by his performance, and you'll be fascinated with the visuals and the overall arc of it. So that's my thoughts about this film. Tell me what you guys also, the rest down in the comments that you are watching. Will you go and see it? Will you go and see the Black Phone 2? Will you go and watch it on streaming? Will you watch it on streaming or jailbreak a Fire Stick or something? What are you guys are doing for this film? So for me, what are you guys doing to watch it? If you guys are planning to watch it, tell me what you think down in the comments section, and I'll be getting on out of here. Thank you all for watching. I'm out. Peace.